A big question on the minds of a lot of Steelers fans right now is whether or not it's actually important for Aaron Rodgers to sign on the dotted line with the Pittsburgh Steelers before the start of OTAs, which is slated to begin on May 27th. Some people might say, oh, it's just OTAs, it doesn't really matter. And even Rodgers in the past has talked about kind of their lack of importance in the past, even, back in 2020 with the last collective bargaining agreement negotiations, pushing for the NFL offseason schedule to start essentially at training camp. No offseason program whatsoever. So he's certainly somebody that has a past of not really liking OTAs, not really thinking that they're important, kind of denying the importance of them. But I do think that for a quarterback that's going into a new situation, if he does sign with the Pittsburgh Steelers this offseason, showing up to OTAs, getting to know the various players in the locker room, his new wide receivers, getting a feel for how they run routes, the speed in which they run them, working with his new center, Zach Frazier, working with a brand new play caller and Arthur Smith. OTAs, those 9 days of practice can really work out a lot of the bugs and really start to establish that relationship between Aaron Rodgers and his offense. And theoretically, could he show up and have his first practice in a Steelers uniform be in training camp, and maybe things get well oiled and everything, all the bugs get kinked out before the start of the season? Absolutely, that's possible, and I do think that is a legitimate possibility for Rodgers still, knowing his history kind of denying the importance of OTAs. But as somebody that covers the NFL for a living, I can tell you that a lot of people really do, stress the importance of these OTAs, specifically with new quarterbacks, because, you can really hit the ground running in training camp if you take care of a lot of the get to know you type of stuff in OTAs. This way you have 9 days of practice working with your guys so that when you hit the ground running there in Latrobe in training camp the first day, you're not getting to know each other. You're not working out a bunch of communication signals, all these different things. You already have those 9 days of foundation already set during OTAs. Now, obviously, no pads go on during OTAs or anything like that, but I do think that as a Steelers fan, as somebody that covers this team, if the Steelers are truly looking, and if Rodgers is truly looking for this team to be as successful as possible, I really do hope that he signs his contract before OTAs begin next Tuesday. Mike Florio from NBC said that he would be quote-unquote surprised if Rodgers doesn't sign sometime this week, but I could also see Rodgers making a decision sometime maybe late this week or early next week, signing his contract like on Monday, just in time for the first Steelers OTA practices, which are set to be on Tuesday. So keep your eye out, click that subscribe button. If there's any new updates, we're going to get you guys a video here on Steelers Talk.